What's up, everyone? So going from O to Stay or Leave and now to Lying in the Hands of God. Figured I'd give you guys a little bit of a rest if you've been kind of following these Raise B tune songs, because O and Stay or Leave are just beasts, and they're not easy. So I wanted to just give you guys something to just kind of play around with. Really good beginner intermediate song right here. And everything, I have my Taylor back over here with the capo on 7, so that I can just kind of play a little bit on that as well. So I just had some questions and comments. I know most of you don't have a raised B tune guitar, but I will be teaching the song on here, but everything is going to be the exact same relative to the capo on 7, okay? So I'll go ahead and jump in and just go ahead and show you guys what I'm talking about. So, capo on 7, standard tuning, and we're gonna be doing the exact same thing that I was just doing. I just wanna just kind of show you guys how they relate to each other. Into that B right there. So same thing then, like on the chorus, exact same thing. We're just shrinking the guitar from here to here in relation to what I'm doing on that raised B tune guitar. So with that being said, let's jump into Lying in the Hands of God. Again, great beginner intermediate song. We're going to start off right up here on the 7th fret and the 5th fret. And again, that's going to be in relation also to what you're doing up here. If you're capoing on the 7th, count it off as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so really you'll be on the 14th and the 12th. But just remember that as I'm explaining this, okay? So you're going to be on the A string and the D string on the 7th and the 5th fret. Okay, pretty simple. I will explain the strumming pattern in this as well, because it's just a little bit tricky, especially for some of you beginners. So we're just going to go from here. Then we're going to be putting our middle finger on the 5th fret A string and our forefinger on the 4th fret D string. So just going, and really you're just sliding that finger down and putting your middle finger there. So it's a pretty easy little transition right there. And then we're going to have our first finger right here on the A string 3rd fret, middle finger on the G string 4th fret, and this ring finger right here on the D string 5th fret. Okay, so explaining the strumming in that right there, or picking, I guess, all downstrokes, okay? You're accenting on the downstroke, okay? I'm sorry. So, to get the sound that I'm getting right there, and the way that Dave Matthews plays it when he plays that song, it's you're playing more the bass notes here and then ringing out on the higher. And so if you listen closely to Live in Las Vegas with Dave and Tim, which was a concert that I was actually at, and it was awesome. If you listen to it on there, or if you listen to Big Whiskey, either way, you hear it really ring out that how he goes low, high, low, high. And there's a lot of these little light picking strumming notes that he's hitting in there too. but the accent, the really, so it's like, okay, like I said, pretty straightforward, nothing too difficult right there. Chorus is even easier. If you watch Stay or Leave, the tutorial I did for that, it is the exact same chorus. We're going A minor, then we're gonna go to a C, and we're gonna go to a G. And I always play my G's like this most of the time. If you watch Dave Matthews, he's rarely ever doing a full G chord. And the way that I do it, it's just an easy transition to get up there from that C while you're playing. Instead of pulling your hand like this, you're not completely rotating your wrist right there to get that there. You just, everything's staying the same. So that A minor to C to G to D. All right? So always think about that. It's one of those interesting things to think about. If you're having trouble placing your hand on the guitar, on the neck, if you're having trouble with buzzing strings or things like that, you might just want to pay attention to what you're doing on the back of the guitar and with your wrist. And if you can just cheat a little bit and get through it a little bit more simplistically, that makes a big difference, okay? So like I said, instead of coming here to where you're rotating your wrist, you're keeping it there, and see, now if you were to come here, you have to drop your wrist all the way down here to get that. But you're going boom, 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 boom. So smooth. So smooth, and Dave Matthews is great at that. If you ever watch, really pay attention to different, strange things like that you might not watch when you're watching him. Don't know how much sense that made, but we'll move on now. And then after you go, so you're gonna go through the chorus. You're gonna go A minor, C, G, D, A minor, C, G. You're gonna end on a little B right here, okay? Sounds a little strange, sounds a little off. When you play along with the song, you hear it drop into that B right there, okay? And I'm not going a full B there. I watched Dave and Tim do it, and I'm pretty sure Dave Matthews, like I said, he's always tricky to watch when he's doing those B chords or power chords or bar chords or anything, because he always flattens out that pinky on two different strings. The way that I saw it is that he's on the A string 2nd fret, D string 3rd fret, and just, that's what I saw. So that's what I'm gonna go with. If you wanna go with something else, you wanna go like this, totally fine too. Like I said, it's a B chord, so hit that B. And like I said, only do that at the end of the chorus, okay? After you've already gone through everything else, you're going through again. That B is replacing that D, okay, at the end of the chorus. So let's jump into the bridge, which can be a little bit tricky. We're gonna be right here, and what I'm doing here is I have my first finger on the A string 2nd fret. I have my ring finger on the B string 3rd fret. And then all I'm doing is just walking up to the 3rd fret on the A string with my middle finger. And you can do this however you want. Sometimes I do it with the pinky down there. Okay? So just walking up right there. And that's when he's saying, I am in love with nothing less. So when he says love with nothing less, he's going, these are just some octaves. Now he's doing another tricky thing right there. So these octaves, we're going to be, the first one is going to be on the 5th fret A string and the 7th fret G string. When he says love, again, we're just moving up, same shape, octave, E string, D string on the 3rd and 5th. Then we're just keeping that same shape. All we're doing is sliding up to the 5th and the 7th. Then we're gonna come back down here, and it's another B, but contrary. to what we did earlier at the end of that chorus. We're still right here on the A string, 2nd fret, but our pinky is actually on the G string, 4th fret. I take that back, not contrary. It is the same chord. I just messed up. Sorry about that. So ignore what I said before. You're gonna go back and see me that exact same B that we played before. Just right here on the 2nd and 4th frets on the A and the D. So what I'm doing right there, again, a tricky little thing that Dave throws in there is he's hitting the higher strings here. It's a higher note, and then ending with that lower kind of E, that E right there, okay? So all these are just standard, just. You hear that? Hear how it. So really, I'm right there when I'm strumming that, I'm hitting the A and the D. Then to get that low E sound, I'm hitting the E and the A string. Love with nothing less. Then he goes tear drops, and when he does that, just doing the same thing. And when he says, I will rise. Not even close, because I can't make my voice go into that falsetto or whatever that he can do. When he does that, he's going into that G. I will rise. And he's going into that A minor right there. Okay? Sorry. It's lying in the hands of God. Like I said, nice little break for everyone for the tutorials we've been doing lately. We've been getting kind of crazy on these tougher raised B songs, but this one should be really great, especially for you beginners out there. Would love for you guys to give me questions, give me comments, all that good stuff. If you think it sucked, that's fine. Throw that in the comments too, and we'll chat about it. Love chatting back and forth with you guys. I got pretty thick skin on these videos, so if you don't like it, that's okay. If you loved it, even better. And if you're a beginner, if you're having any troubles, I'm always, every night, I try and put time aside to answer comments from every video. So anything's bothering you guys, having trouble with anything, I do my best to help you out. Somebody needs to try and do a video of Tim Reynolds' little solo in that song. I can't do it. I'm not that good of a guitar player. So if anybody wants to just throw up a video of that, put it in the comments and let people learn how to play that, because I've tried it and it's a total failure. Anyways, hope all of you are doing wonderful. If you have not subscribed to this channel, I would love for you to subscribe to this channel. And we will play Dave Matthews songs until Dave Matthews stops writing Dave Matthews songs. Thanks, everyone. Have a good one.